All right, let's get started. All right, this is Manny Fraser, the host of the Rise and Thrive podcast, and this is a minute with Manny. This is a segment brought to you by the Rise and Thrive podcast. In this segment, I'm going to be reading my blogs. I've written a lot of blogs in the last year, and my goal is to kind of orate them to anyone that's listening, and specifically is for personal trainers who are looking to take their game to the next level and be able to make a career out of personal training in a big box gym. So this is what we're talking about is all it takes is 90 days for success. This is a 90-day guide to get you as a personal trainer and get your business running. Okay. So this 90-day strategy is one of the most powerful ways to jumpstart your personal training business. Whether it's done at the start of your personal training business building efforts or it's applied to re-energize a PT business when growth has stalled, it's not a faint, but it's not for the faint of heart. Like, just that's a warning. It's not for the faint of heart. And it's definitely takes some preparation on the front end to ensure a successful end result. So I will lay out 8 critical steps that you need to take to properly prepare yourself for the next 90 days for success. Complete all 8, implement your plan on a daily basis, and your personal training business will be guaranteed to reach new levels of growth. Let's get started. 90 days for success. Step 1, you got to decide. You really need to decide. You need to fully commit to taking all out action for the next 90 days. Burn all bridges for the next 90 days. Decide to treat your personal training business like a real business. It really comes down to that a lot of personal trainers, especially when you get started, you don't realize, especially when you work in a big box gym, you don't realize it's a business. Personal training is a business. It's not a job that is for people that just show up and just want to train people. It's a calling, it's a business. You need to live it, breathe it, do it every single time. Okay. So you need to decide that you actually want to do this. If I tell you in 90 days your life will change on one decision, will you make the decision? You're going to need to. Step 2, sacrifice. Once you decide to fully commit to this 90-day blitz, you'll need to take a look at your current weekly schedule and determine what you will need to sacrifice for the next 3 months. Is it Netflix? Is it a 3-hour workout? Is it golf? Is it going to the cottage? Is it hanging out with a girlfriend, hanging out with a boyfriend, hanging out with a spouse, anyone? What do you need to sacrifice? Is it playing video games? You need to figure out what you need to sacrifice because sacrifice needs to be done in order for your success. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have downtime or activities, but what we're talking about for the next 90 days will change your life. We're not playing around here. You are most likely going to have to sacrifice a few things in order to get the things that you want. Step 3, you need to negotiate. Another important piece of your preparation is to negotiate with the important people in your life. You need to let them know what your plan is, that you're fully committed to it, and that you'd appreciate their support on your journey. If it's a spouse, it's a loved one, a girlfriend, boyfriend, mom, dad, dog, you need to let them know, hey, people, this is what's happening in the next 90 days. I need to put my full on 100% attention into this. It's critical for you emotionally that your inner circle is on board with you. Once you've done all that, step 4, set schedule. This is a critical part of preparation, to say the least. You cannot leave your business activities to chance. It is essential that you schedule your hours of operation. Is it 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., 3 p.m. to 3 p.m., 9 p.m. Each during the week, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays? Whatever works best for you. Your hours of operation are your hours. They just need to be entered in a weekly calendar. So whatever you're looking at as availability is what you have to look at as that's when I'm going to put my head down and work. Okay. In sense, in a sense, this so clear. So next step 5, you got clear distractions. In a sense, this ties into step 2, sacrifice. Some of the things that we will be sacrificing will be certainly qualified distractions, right? Netflix is a distraction. Disney Plus is a distraction. Going on Instagram, TikTok, these are all distractions. YouTube, if it doesn't add to your development, then it's a distraction. You're either earning or learning during the next 90 days. Life is life. And we all get distracted at times. I understand this. However, during your 90 days for your success, we want to eliminate anything that will take us off course or redirect us, our focus and activities. If you haven't already taken some time to prepare a quiet workspace away from all the noise and chaos, a place where you can get laser focus on activities that you need to take each day, plan and execute. Plan, then execute. So in terms of where you can do that, you can look at an office space in your gym, in your car, outside. Find a spot where you can get yourself clear, focused, and ready to go. And have that spot for the next 90 days. Pick a start date. This is pretty self-explanatory. This is step 6. What day specifically are you going to start your 90-day journey? Don't take this lightly. Take care of the items listed here to make sure you are actually ready to go and give it your all. I would suggest picking a date 2 weeks from now. This will give you ample time to get yourself in order. Then, when that date arrives, it's game on. I could tell you a story about myself, but I'm going to wrap up first, and I'm going to get through step 9, and I'm going to tell you how this changed my life and why I made this. Step 7, warm up. Then for the next 2 weeks, after you've planned your 2 weeks when you're going to start. So once you planned that I'm going to start in 2 weeks, the next 2 weeks, take some time each day to warm up your contact list. Build your funnel of people. Start talking to people. Start collecting prospects and leads. Start building things. Use this time to simply make contact and engage with as many people as possible and to grow your list. A list is just having a list of people. I'll get into that in the next episode. Just catch up with people that you haven't talked to in a while, seeing what's going on with their life. In the process, you may end up collecting information for a later use, such as specific needs in their life. You might hear someone telling you that they want to lose weight, that they really want to take this journey seriously in terms of their weight loss journey. You want to start hearing these things. But the important thing is to just make contact and catch up. By being a caring human being, the most important thing is this: absolutely no business talk yet. For the next 2 weeks, all you're doing is just being a friend, finding people and catching up with them and talking to people, finding new people to talk to. That will come later after you've launched your 90 days. Once you get into your 90 days, that's when it's full business mode. But you need contacts, you need people. Step 8, become addicted. Here's what I mean by this. Throughout your 90 days, make a commitment to yourself to be totally addicted to your activities, not your results. Be addicted to the prospecting, phone calls, boosts. Be in full mode of finding clients without question of your results. Without question, your results will vary from day to day and week to week. You have no control over that. You only have control over the activities and actions that you do. Become wildly addicted to performing activity day to day, day in, day out. The results will come as long as you are in motion consistently. Then celebrate. Give yourself a pat on the back each night for doing the work. 90 days for success. So I hope these suggestions are of value to you. They have been instrumental to me during my 90-day runs. So let me tell you a story about when I first started here at Good Life Fitness. I started and I my last 2 years I've been really thinking through what I did well when I started. And there was a lot of stuff I did well, there was a lot of stuff I could have did better. But the stuff I did well, I'm going to talk about it and I want to share. So what I did really well my first 90 days was I made myself realize that I got to deal to do this thing. This thing being like I got to be able to push myself to a limit. So it was January of 2014, and I began a 90-day blitz. Didn't realize it, but I put my head down and worked. I told my girlfriend at the time, it's January. This is supposed to be the busiest season. I need to make this work. I'm going to do everything I can. So I stayed back late. I came in early. I went through breaks. I pushed myself to the limits and seeing how far I could push myself. By the time that those 90 days were done, I went from having 3 clients to having 15 clients. I went from being the new trainer with no people to the hotshot trainer who had a lot of clients and was working a lot. I went from zero to hero. And I say this because of the fact that it only took 90 days for me to do it. 90 days of focus can change your life. Are you ready to set impact on that? Are you ready to actually commit to yourself and make yourself become successful? If that's for you, then this right here, this episode was for you. Rewind it, play it again. If you want to read it, you can read it on at mannyfraser.com where I eh, talked about it, wrote it, but you can read it on there. And it's just called the 90-day game plan. I encourage you, please take the next 90 days seriously. This game plan done properly has the power to completely change your business and your life forever. All you need is one 90-day run and it can set up your entire year. Okay? All right. That's it for today, guys. This was a minute with Manny. Looking forward to the next minute. Take care. Peace, joy, happiness, all that good stuff. Peace.